Hey guys, so tonight we're going to be playing some more Baldur's Gate 3 because it is Tuesday night. Anyways, I've been away for the last week. The last stream that I did was the Crew Motorfest last Monday night, so it's literally been just over a week since my last stream. I did mention it on the last stream and a few streams before that as well. We went on vacation to the Bahamas, um, to a resort called Atlantis, which I've been to many times. Um, so of course, I vlogged it and everything again, but I don't even know when that'll get uploaded because I'm pretty behind on the vlogs. The last trip we did to Atlantis was almost 2 years ago. I actually did upload those vlogs like a year ago-ish. So, yeah, anyways, I did vlog the last week or so of my life, but I don't know when I will upload those videos. As for tonight, we're returning to Baldur's Gate, so we'll see what happens with that. It's about 4 a.m. right now. Not too late, not too early. I'm already kind of falling back into my usual schedule because obviously when we're on vacation and stuff, I'm going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. But at home, I'm pretty much nocturnal. Anyways, yeah, we got back yesterday. I believe I did say last week when I streamed on Monday that I was going to be back in time to stream the Crew Motorfest again this week on Monday night, which would have been last night. But I was just really tired. We also got home like super late because our flight got delayed and everything. I'm not gonna, explain everything here. It's more of like a long story short thing. I'm not gonna just explain what's been going on over the whole last week. Um, but yeah, basically our flight got super delayed, so it was like after midnight by the time we even got home. And then I was doing other stuff like eating dinner, and I was just too tired to stream last night. So yeah, I was home in time to stream the Crew Motorfest last night, but didn't end up getting to it. Anyways, I did stream that last week. That was the only game I streamed last week because we went away on Tuesday. So I didn't stream this game last week, meaning it has been 2 weeks since the last Baldur's Gate stream. Also, welcome to the stream, whoever that was in chat. I think they just said hi or something, but I didn't, I don't know if I could read the name. Was it in English? Let me see. I'm pulling up the stream here on my phone. Yep, so YouTube says my last stream was 8 days ago, which was, yeah, that was for Motorfest's new Season 6. So unfortunately, whichever week was going on in that game is now done. They would have switched over to the third week today. So unfortunately, we're missing 1 week or one summit for Crew Motorfest. But it's not that big of a deal. By my last stream being Motorfest last week, and then now we're continuing with Baldur's Gate tonight. I basically mixed exactly 1 week of streams. That's basically how it works. So I missed 1 week of streams. All of the games I'm streaming have been played equally less this month or whatever. I'm not used to this because I had my phone obviously while I'm with me, but I haven't been like streaming or anything, so I'm not used to like pulling up the chat on my phone. I'm not used to the feel of my controller either. I always say this, even when I was sick earlier this year for like 2 weeks. If I go like a few days without playing on my PlayStation, it just feels really weird doing it again. Like it's only been a week, but I feel like I'm not really gonna know what I'm doing here. Luckily, Baldur's Gate is a strategy game that's turn-based, so there's no sort of. I'm not gonna get screwed over by not being used to my PlayStation. Okay, Azika Q Fuma. I recognize the name. He said, "What's up? It's me, Cobra. I just changed my name." Oh, okay. I kind of remember someone being named Cobra. I also recognize the Q Fuma name or something. Maybe your name was always the same and you just told me to call you Cobra. I don't know. Not really sure. Anyways, I have iced tea with me here, which this was a bottle that I already had open before we left, and it's still perfectly fine. I think iced tea is one of those drinks that like doesn't go bad ever. Yeah, turn-based isn't my favorite type of game. For me, it really depends. There's a lot of turn-based games that I like, usually more mobile games though. First two games were real-time with pause. Yeah, when it comes to console gaming, so on my PlayStation, I definitely prefer real-time. So more skill-based games. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of mobile games I play, especially like card games and stuff. I play Marvel Snap all the time. That's it's actually that game isn't even turn-based, but it's that's not a good example because every other card game is turn-based. In Marvel Snap, both players take their turns at the same time, and you're on a timer, but it's not like it's not like a racing game or a shooting game where you're doing things in real time. In this game, the like the exploration, like the movement is in real time, but everything else is turn-based. Mainly the combat and then any sort of dialogue, but I don't think there's I don't think any NPC dialogue in gaming is real time. It's always turn-based, which doesn't really make sense in that context. I'm talking about BG1 and BG2, really great games. BG1, BG2. Oh, the first two Baldur's Gate games. Yeah, I never played those, so I'm starting with Baldur's Gate 3. I don't even know when Baldur's Gate 2 came out. I had never heard of it until Baldur's Gate 3 dropped. This game came out like a year and a half ago now, I guess. I think it was towards the end of 23. I got this game just after Christmas, so I've had this game for about 3 months, almost 3 months. But yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know the first two games were real time. Because this game is based on like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, which is like a turn-based narrative tabletop RPG. I wouldn't think that the other games in this series would be real-time based. This game is really not like its predecessor. A lot of the story is different. Baldur's Gate 1 came out in 1998, and Baldur's Gate 2 in 1999. What? That's so weird. Why did they even bother calling this game Baldur's Gate 3? So the first two games came out back to back in the 90s, and then over 2 decades later they dropped the third one. At that point, that's when you can definitely justify a game being in a series but having like a totally different title. I can't even think of like another example of that because that's crazy. I never thought this is Baldur's Gate 3, more like Forgotten Realms. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know nothing about the earlier games, so I don't even know if this has the same Baldur's Gate vibe. But as long as it has at least some connection, they should have just gave it like a different subtitle or something. Stalker is an example of that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. First game on 2007, last game 2004. Yeah, I've lost the drift a bit here. You never heard of Stalker? In terms of what? A game called Stalker? A character called Stalker? I mean, Stalker could be anything. A class, a race. It's a Ukrainian FPS game. No, I've never played Stalker or any Ukrainian game in general, let alone FPS. At least that I know of. Maybe there are some games I've played that are Ukrainian. Who knows? I just assume every game I play is either like American or maybe Japanese. I can always kind of tell when a game is Japanese. I don't know why. It's not just anime games. Even before I even like started getting into Elden Ring and stuff, I knew it was a Japanese game for some reason. Damn, it's a good game. So Stalker was a game from 2007, but they did a new one last year. Is that what you're saying? Okay, that makes more sense. I also don't know what you meant by Forgotten Realms, but I've definitely heard that before. Is that some other game or something to do with D&D? Because I've heard of that too. I'm not surprised you didn't hear about Stalker 2 because it's an Xbox exclusive. Yeah, no Xbox exclusives for me. Well, I have a laptop, but I don't really play on it much, and it is Windows, so. I always say there's no such thing as an Xbox exclusive. If you have a Windows PC, then you can get it on there pretty easy. Forgotten Realms is the campaign Baldur's Gate is in. The D&D campaign, that is. Okay. I'm also not too familiar with D&D in general. I have played it a little bit. Um, Actually, the first and only time I've played D&D IRL was back in summer. So like the same year that I that I got this game. So I only know a little bit about it. I don't really know much about different campaigns and stuff. From what I understand, D&D as a brand, they make like books that are campaigns, right? So you buy the book and then it's got the story and stuff. But people can just make their own stories too. Like you don't need a book as long as you're somewhat experienced with it. It seems like you can do whatever you want. You can write your own stuff. Every single thing in Baldur's Gate is from Forgotten Realms. Okay, so you're saying Forgotten Realms is a specific like canon world within D&D. Yeah, I'm not really into D&D either. D&D is something I could get into more if I knew more people that played it. Um, in my real world, I don't know anyone that plays D&D, but I went to a sort of a camp in summer where people were doing that, so I learned a little bit about it. It's a universe in D&D. The Forgotten Realms universe. Interesting. Does it say that anywhere in this game, or is that just something that people know if they are into D&D? I don't know. We're getting very on topic for tonight, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just I've barely even started yet. I was just talking about how I just got back from a trip because I've been on vacation for the last week with my family. Did some pretty cool things. Like I was saying earlier, Atlantis is a resort that I've been to many times before. But I did a lot of new stuff. I did gambling for the first time. I smoked a cigar for the first time. I ate caviar for the first time. I also ate gold for the first time. I guess you guys can see all of that later in the vlogs whenever I upload them. I don't know, it could be a year from now. I don't know when I'm gonna get back into uploading the vlogs. One day. One day it'll happen. Okay. Kufuma said, did you turn 21 this year? I turned 21 this year. Not 21 yet, but I turned 21 in 2 months. So almost there. Hang on. What else have I missed here before we start playing? In my country, people don't really do much of that. They're more concerned about basic sanitation. What was that in regards to? Faerun is in Forgotten Realms. Okay, so that was still on topic with D&D or Baldur's Gate. What did you mean about basic sanitation? Gambling is illegal here. Which country are you from? Maybe you've told me before, but I don't remember. Where I live in Canada, gambling is legal. You just have to be 19. Brazil. Gambling's illegal in Brazil? I feel like a lot of gambling goes on there, though. I guess illegally, maybe. What's your class? Class in game? In game, I'm a druid. A dragonborn druid. Um, but yeah, where I was on vacation was in the Bahamas. So there, the age for everything is 18. In the U.S., I think it's the same as drinking, which is 21. So in America, you have to be 21 to gamble and to drink. Same in Canada. Bahamas, it's 18. So, I mean, like half the time I drank, I had to show ID. But you know, I'm uh, I'm definitely old enough to do everything in Bahamas now. Gambling, I only did one night. When we're in Atlantis, my parents go to the casino like every night. There was one night where I got like wasted with my dad, and we did a bit of gambling. I actually made over 200 bucks US, and I paid my dad back what he gave me to gamble with. So the 200 I earned is mine. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying about that. Yeah, we got wasted, we gambled, and that was one night while we were away. And yeah, I never got asked for ID. They never even asked me. Oh hell no. You were not going to do that thing with the bear, right? Um I don't know what you're talking about, man. Is there an option to have sex with a bear in this game if you're a druid? That's what you're implying. Unless there's some other thing you do with a bear. I never liked druids, though they are powerful when unlocked, at least in the first 2 games. Yeah, I'm not really sure why I chose druid as my class, to be honest. I just thought it would be cool, I guess, talking to animals and stuff like that. You can F a bear as a druid. While is it like an actual bear? Like it's just not even. Is it another druid who turned into a bear, or is it just a bear? And do you turn into a bear to do that, or do you do it as your humanoid form? It's just like straight up bestiality. You can also have sex with a, what are they called? Well, she wanted to in my last stream. Actually, she said she was going to talk to me about it today, in game day. Oh, it's another druid. Okay, that kind of makes sense. That sounds like a D&D thing. R34. That type of stuff. Anyways, what's her name? I just kicked her out of the team, but I need to talk to her. You were humanoid and clap a druid that turned into a bear. Yeah, that's probably a funny cutscene. Also, I don't know if this game goes like full into sexual stuff. Karlak? I don't know who Karlak is. I recognize the name. Who am I thinking of? Lae'zel. What is she? I forgot the race name because it's not a normal thing. I think it's D&D exclusive. She looks like an orc, but she's not. Also, speaking of orc, I forgot I just made an orc. Because this necromancer dude, I bought one from him and then I customized it. So now we have an orc. I'm pretty sure it does. People say you can even customize your BS stuff. Yes, Githyanki. Yes, you can have sex with a Githyanki in this game because Lae'zel has been hitting on my character since I started this campaign pretty much. I guess because I made my character all dominant, that's what she's into. Customize your fun parts. Yes, you can customize your dick in this game, which I didn't go into when I was making the orc, because I was doing that on stream. Same with the Lae'zel sex scene. I was going to say, I don't know if this game has, like, penetration or not. If you can customize nudity, like, who knows what the sex scenes could be like, so... I had to turn down Lae'zel last stream. And she told me that she was going to be mad at me in the morning, so... I need to go ask Lae'zel what's going on. If she even wants to talk about it. Is she even here? Here she is.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gay deception.
She's talking about her guardian or whatever. I don't even know how long ago that was for me in real life. Probably a few streams ago. There was one point where we had a cutscene with the guardian or something, and he was telling me to embrace the parasite. If the parasite can empower us, I say we should let it. We could use the edge in combat. You're right. We should ignore this dream figure at all costs. Let's change the subject. I say embrace it. It hasn't killed us yet, right? And how long have we been living with this thing in-game? At least a week, right? I think they said it was going to kill us in like 3 days. I don't know.
You're delusional. I'd sooner trust a night hag than a strange figure bearing dream gifts.
Okay, so she has nothing to say about the sex. That's weird. It's probably because I dropped her from the squad. Because I told that orc dude to replace her. I kept Gale. And who's this? God, I don't even know. The Kurz. He's the orc that we just hired. He's a half orc. Hang on. If I go here, I can look at the characters. Who's this symbol? Will? No, it's Astarion. Okay, so Astarion, Gale.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Yes, so this is Kurz. The Paladin. He's a half orc paladin. He looks pretty sick too. So this is like my second like custom character. But he's like a higher, so I guess he's not gonna have dialogue and stuff, but yeah, technically I hired him from the Necromancer, and now he's just like a part of the squad. Orc Paladin. Pretty sick. Okay, where were we? So we were talking with Lae'zel. She did ask me for sex last stream. I turned her down, and then she said something like, we're gonna talk about it in the morning. And that never happened. Cobra says they really like fan service. She sounds edgy. Who the F wants something feeding off your energies? A half-orc paladin. Sorry, that was kind of D&D racist. Only humans could be paladins back in the day. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny having a orc paladin. I don't know if paladins were ever like a real thing in real like history, but they're a big thing in fantasy. And usually paladins are related to religion, mainly like Christianity, like fighting like for God or whatever, or for like holiness, fighting for heaven, the angels. And yeah, usually it's humans that worship like, I don't know, God, I guess. And orcs, I don't know what orcs worship. A lot of games and stuff have elves with like their own gods. I know in what's it called? I just streamed it for the first time last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna stream it again in like 2 nights. What's it called? Dragon Age. Yeah, Dragon Age: The Veilguard. They gave that game out for free on PlayStation, so I started playing that. Elves have their own gods in that game. Thinking of it, why would you pick a human in a fantasy anyway? Yeah, knights were technically paladins, IRL. Yeah, pretty much. I think in fantasy stuff the difference is knights are anointed by royalty and paladins are not necessarily anointed, but fighting for faith. Fighting for faith. And yeah, I understand the importance of humans in fantasy. I think that like NPC main characters often are humans, and they should be. But yeah, me personally, when I'm playing fantasy games, I almost never do a human. I always do something else because it is fun to do different stuff. So my main character is a Dragonborn, which I don't think I've ever had a Dragonborn in another game. Maybe like Elder Scrolls. That's probably it. Well, they don't even have like dragon men in that game. They have like lizard men or whatever they call them. I can't remember in Elder Scrolls Online. Am I a lizard or a cat? One of the two.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Anyways, this is my main character, Rex. The orc guy was just a hire. I realized we don't have a paladin. We don't have an orc. So I had to do both. Had to put 2 in 1. Like, why would you pick a human who can't do anything unique anyway? What does a normal human do? In 2, Baldur's Gate 2, I assume. Only humans could be paladins and monks, and they would be the only ones who could dual class. I like half-orcs and dwarves. Yeah, we don't have a dwarf either, actually. Maybe I'll hire a dwarf next. Yeah, we don't actually have anybody small. We don't have any little people in my my camp. I just realized that. And there's a lot of them in this game. There's dwarves, halflings, gnomes. Orcs are really good berserkers and barbarians. Yeah, I feel like dwarves would be good at that too. Dwarf berserker. Is berserker a specific class in this game? I know barbarian is. I don't think we have a barbarian either. Dwarves are good berserkers too. Yeah, I think barbarian might have been the other class I was looking at for the orc. It was kind of similar to Lae'zel, I guess, because she's a fighter. What's a Will is a warlock. Gale is a wizard. I'm the druid. Astarion's the rogue. Shadowheart, she's a cleric. A cleric is similar to a paladin, but different. I was talking about this with one of my friends at that camp. We were playing D&D. We kind of agreed that paladins and clerics are both like warrior priests almost in a way, but paladins are more on the warrior side, clerics are more on the priest side. So a cleric is literally like a warrior priest. A paladin is like a holy warrior, if that makes sense. And then yeah, who else do we have? Is anyone left out here? I don't think so. This new guy isn't like a usable character in game. He's just like, I don't know what he is, to be honest. His name is Withers. He's a sentient undead, so I guess he's like a lich. He's a lich. He's a talking zombie. And he created this orc for me. He also speaks through the orc. So when the orc is talking, it's actually Withers talking to me, which is just weird. I like to imagine this guy as like an actual hired mercenary. He's just, he's a new member of the team. But I'm guessing Withers just summoned him somehow. Anyways, yeah, that's everyone. So there's still some races and classes we have not represented here, but we will eventually. Maybe next I'll go with a dwarf barbarian or something. I don't know. A bard. A bard could be interesting, yeah. And a monk. Yes. A monk and a bard. Paladins and clerics are basically the same, though paladins are more for warfare. Yeah. I think anyone who's into fantasy kind of agrees with that. Alright, well we should get a move on here because I've been streaming for how long? 30 minutes. We haven't even left camp. Let's figure out what to do. I don't even. Oh yeah, we escaped something. Paladins get cleric spells too. So paladins are probably just better then. Maybe Kurz can do everything that Shadowheart can. Anyways, how do we leave camp? I think I just. Does that work? Well, I know we slept. We ended the day. I don't think you can just walk out of camp, or can you? No, you can't. You have to actually, like, do something to leave. I don't remember how. Leave camp, okay. Yeah, that was pretty simple. Okay, we're leaving camp. I forgot what I was just saying a minute ago. Oh yeah, it was this. Oh, were we already in combat? Bro. You're kidding me. Wait. Rex is still in free move. Okay, a little bit confused. A little bit confused. Okay, Curse is with me. It says that Gale and Astarion are in combat, so... But they're over here. Oh my god, bro. This again. Okay, pause. We need to pause here. I need to remember what's going on in this game. So, this happened once before, where I had all of my characters escape a combat because we were going to die. And then I don't remember what happened after that. I'm assuming we just left camp the same way I just did now. But that means I would have had to gone back to the fight, right? Basically, last stream we were like at this goblin fortress and there's so many goblins here, I'm not going to be able to kill all of them. So I had all of my characters escape and go back to camp. I didn't think it was going to teleport all of them right here in the middle of where I was trying to escape from. I don't think we can take on all the goblins. I can maybe try like lowering my difficulty for this, but even then there's a ton of them and my characters are in a terrible spot right now. Really, like they're going to take like 3 turns just to get over to where the enemies are. And the enemies are all above us, so they can just shoot. We're gonna figure this out, but it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna be easy. I thought we successfully got away from this, but I guess not. It was only a brief break. Now we gotta continue. I wouldn't play with the new characters. I would play with the returning companions. Fukonia, Jahera, and Minsk. They come all the way from Baldur's Gate 1 from 1998. Yeah, I don't know any of those 3 characters. I'm assuming they're in this game. I don't know any of them. The only characters I really know in this game, or remember at least, are like the main ones, the ones that you can play with. There are at least 2 more characters in this game that you can like unlock as playable characters, but I don't have them yet. One of them is a drow and one of them is a tiefling, I think. Or just a demon, I don't know. That's Karlak, I think. A female demon of some sort, I think. Unless I'm getting the names mixed up. Okay, well, we gotta jump to character in turn. The thing is, like, yeah, this is where I had all of my characters escape. Now they've set up like a tripwire. Was that even there before? I don't think it was. Also before, all of the goblins were on this bridge and they're still there. Well, some of them. And I don't think my characters really have a way to get up there at all. Even if I bring them up here, there's no way to keep going up. So, I have no idea. I don't really know what we're gonna do here to get into this fight. Because I guess we just need to kill the goblins. There's no other way to escape. So I have to bring them all back the way that I tried to escape from, which was here. Oh my god, this camera is really being dumb right now. I can't get the camera to work, because the characters aren't close enough to that. Also, no one can move, because they're in water. Okay, I'm gonna put the difficulty up right now. Or down, I mean. I recently put the difficulty up, and it's like we've been stuck on this thing, so we might as well just get through all of this on easy mode before we go back up to the normal balanced difficulty. Like, even on Explorer, I don't know if this is possible. There's so many enemies here. There's a lot of them. But I guess we'll try. We'll try to get through this. Now, Astarion's good movement, but even he can't move here because of the water. How far can he make it? He can't even go 5 meters? What's going on here? Astarion can do a dash with his bonus action. I think I can also do a normal dash, so he's got a lot of movement right now, but I can only move like over here because of the water. I can only go like here.
Don't linger.
Okay, that's the farthest that Astarion can go. Oh, we got movement back because we made it to land. Okay, we can do a jump, right? Oh no, because that's bonus action. Okay, you can move here. We're just gonna bring them all back to the Goblin place. Goblin Fortress, I was calling it. Speaking of which, time for them to all take their turns. Oh yeah, there's an ogre too. It's not just goblins. There's also a human who betrayed me. Because I saved him. There's this guy that I saved from a owl bear. I think his sister died, but he lived. And he's with these goblins, and now he's turned against me. So we need to get in there and kill everybody. All the betrayers, all the goblins, the ogre. They're all gonna die. Anyways, I found that jump seems to give you extra movement if you're just trying to move. So let's get Rex to jump like here. Also, I don't know why I brought Curse here too, because he's never been here. I created him after I left this place with everybody else, and I had Lae'zel on the team. Maybe he just took Lae'zel's spot. I don't know. Also, how much health did we get by upping the difficulty? Because Rex has like 50 health, Curse has 60. Yeah, everyone got a lot tougher. Basically double health for everybody. That's what it is, double. Rex had like 27. Now he's at 54. Alright, do your dash. Okay, Rex has got pretty good movement now. So we're gonna go... Why can't I pan the camera over here? There we go. Yeah, come like... here. Into the mud.
Ready.
There you go. Okay, Gale is all the way at this waterfall. How about you do a jump too? Path is interrupted. Can I try to get him to avoid the water? Yeah, he's out of water. Okay, good. That does save movement. Alright, Gale, how far can you go? Just under 13 meters. 12.8 it seems. Alright, good job. Everyone's moving. Kurz, what do you want? So it's going to be fun to play with Kurz's abilities, because he's got some new stuff. Some smites. Wrathful Smite, Searing Smite, Divine Smite. You know, a paladin will be a paladin. Just smite them all. Okay. Jump here. Dash. Ah, he can make it to the ladder. Now how many enemies are up there? Okay, none of them are even close yet.
With haste.
Okay, we got our nice athletic orc here. He's moving fast. Also, he's supposed to be a half orc, but he does not look like a half orc to me. This guy looks like a full orc, especially the way I customized him. Also, he's bald with a white beard. He's literally an orc paladin. This orc is devout to God and heaven and all its angels. He will smite all these goblins. There we go. That's as far as we can move. Yeah, these goblins are gonna start doing projectiles. What, did he just damage himself? Oh no, that hit Gale down below. I thought he did 5 damage to himself. I don't think there's any self-harm in these. Oh, that ogre is right there. Whoops. Kurz is gonna get squashed. Well, he has 6. Yeah, he's got as much health as the ogre, I think. Okay, Astarion. He's our fastest mover because of the double dash. Actually, I might not even need to use the... We'll see. Let's do this dash. Cunning action. Can you make it to the ladder from here? I don't know. The camera really won't let me do this. Come on, get up top. Oh my god, bro. Okay, he can't make it to the ladder, but perhaps if I do this... He can. Good. Good job, Astarion. Oh, you can make it right to the ladder, but you can't climb it. Okay, Rex can make it up the ladder, and you can also attack the ogre, so we're gonna do that.
Another step forward.
Okay. Guard Gurgen, 41 health. Also, I think the enemies also have less health. So when you change difficulty, enemies have less health. Your characters have double health. I don't know if it affects anything else though, because it seems like all the damage was the same. It's just the hit points that are changing. Anyway, it's time to smoke this ogre, and then we're gonna go kill all those goblins one by one. So, I don't even know what sort of attack I want to do here on this guy. I'm thinking something big and powerful. Something big and powerful. Perhaps... I don't know. Could do Wild Shape on Rex, but we maybe don't need that right now. Flame Blade. Okay, this is actually pretty bad because it takes off his dual wield or something like that. I forgot how that works. But in some way the Flame Blade ended up screwing me over and it just wasn't good. It just wasn't really a good thing at all, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't know what to do to this ogre. Maybe like a lacerate, make him bleed? Sure. What did I just activate? Oh, I activated lacerate. Okay, yeah. Get over here and lacerate this ogre. Got the lightning charge too. Okay, he got shocked. Don't think he's bleeding. It says he's slightly drunk. Slightly, eh? We still have our bonus action. I can do offhand attack. Yeah, I got 5 more damage in there. It gets the lightning damage too. Okay, then Rex can move like here. Just so we have room for everyone else. I was wondering why the game blacked out there for a sec. I guess it was just loading everything it's about to do. Yeah, it's about to start raining arrows. Good thing that last one missed. Ah, that wasn't much actually. Okay, Gale's gonna be the slowest here because he's the farthest back and he can't move as much as Astarion, so it's gonna take him a bit to get to the fight.
Good show.
Nice jump, Gale. Okay, he might be able to make it up the ladder on his next turn. Maybe. Maybe.
Shall be done.
Shall be done. Also, yeah, he's still suffering from whatever illness he has, which he supposedly needs to devour arcane objects. Objects enchanted with magic. I don't know, man.
Can't even catch my breath.
This game's got some weird stuff going on. Ah, yes, Kurz. So I see Kurz has a lot of different energies that he has. Channel Oath. Lay on of Hands. He's got all sorts of stuff. I don't know if I've really customized his gear either, so he's got his default, which I guess looks like a javelin and a shield, like a short spear. I don't know. Hopefully he can do some good damage with this. Stab this ogre right in the fat belly. Kurz has a lot of moves and stuff. I liked customizing sort of his abilities. We could do one of his level 1 spells here. Searing Smite. Wrathful Smite. Divine Smite. So Divine Smite deals additional damage to fiends and undead. Fiends means demons, I think, in D&D. I don't think an ogre is a fiend. I think a fiend would be a demon. So demons and undead get extra smited if it's divine. For this guy, we probably want Searing Smite, which is DOT, burning damage. The Wrathful Smite gives him disadvantage stuff. So this guy is already, well, we tried making him bleed. He's not actually bleeding, but perhaps we can set him on fire instead. Requires concentration, which I hope we have. We do. Oh damn, this looks sick, bro. I should have made my main character a paladin. Let's get this Searing Smite. Damn, what the hell? Bro. This orc paladin that I literally created last stream is not my best character. He just one-shotted the ogre that had like over 30 health left. Bro. Kurz is my new favorite character. That's insane. Oh, and he has no loot. Crazy. Nothing? Nothing. Wow. Yeah, that was really cool though. Anyways, we got our movement, so... Yeah, Kurz is more melee. I guess we'll get as close to these archers as we can, because stupidly they're all running towards us. Most of my characters are much better at melee.
Breathe deep and move.
Gale's probably our best projectile guy right now, and he's all the way back. He has to get up the ladder before he can even do anything to these guys. Kurz is MVP though, he destroyed that ogre. Yeah, Gale's getting killed. He's getting hit with all the projectiles. Kurz is getting rocks thrown at him. It's making like 4 goblins take a turn at the same time because they're all just dashing to get over to us. Alright, Astarion, you can do something here, right? Finally, join the fight. My rogue can finally do something. Yes, time for you to kill all these people. All these goblins. Are any of these guys higher health? No. They're like one shot. This one's a 10 healther, so... I would need to do a dash if we want to do any sort of melee damage, but I could just bring Astarion like here. Then we could do range stuff. I don't have a bonus action to help with range though. Bonus action for offhand melee. Oh, and for some reason, oh, his jump isn't. I'd have to dash first. And then do a jump, which is a bonus action. Okay, so we should just activate his cunning dash then, and then do like a melee sneak attack if we can. There's no disadvantage to doing that. Which guy's the highest health here? This one's 10, Warrior Soul. He doesn't have advantage. So how come I have advantage on these two, but not these guys? Oh, actually, this one's got 14 health. Crusher. Novice of the Absolute. It's only 60%, but this could one-shot him. Because the sneak attack on Astarion is really, really nice.
Make it hurt.
Aw, you missed? Bro. The animation showed his knife, like, sinking into that goblin. Well, I guess Astarion's done then. Alright, Rex. Time for you to wreak some havoc here. So, Rex has good, like, radius attacks, I think. The only problem is I'm gonna hit... I'm gonna hit Kurz and Astarion as well. So I would do Fire Breath, but it's gonna hit them. I think Thunder Wave will also hit them, right? Could do a Moonbeam. Moonbeam could be good. Because this sticks around and I can hit like a bunch of enemies with this. Yeah, I can drop the Moonbeam right here. It'll hit all three of these guys and it will stay there, which means the other goblins behind them will have to come through it. So let's drop a Moonbeam. Okay, they all survived, but they're all like, like basically dead. This one died. Alright, cool. Nice job, Rex. Moonbeam is awesome. It's because I made him a druid of the moon or something like that. It's a subclass. He's a moon druid. Alright, what else we got? Bonus action, but he's not really close enough to anyone here. Well, actually, we might have enough normal movement to do a offhand attack on someone too. Like on this guy. Yeah, he's close enough to do that. Kill Gribbo. With an offhand melee attack.
Another
Do
day,
that.
another fight.
Nice. It's another goblin down. Yeah, we're just gonna kill all these guys. That's the goal here. Okay, Rex is definitely better for melee, so I think I want him up this ladder. Don't have enough movement for that, but we're gonna head in that direction, so... Just move him here. Alright, we just need Gale to join the fight now. Everyone else is doing great. Yeah, this Moonbeam is just melting all these enemies. They're trying to do ranged attacks through it. Because the AI is too smart to make them just all go through there. How did a goblin get over here? Did this guy jump down? I don't think they're supposed to be able to do that. That might be a glitch. He might have like glitch teleported down here. He's also taken 1 damage. I don't know how. I'm thinking maybe we try to push him. This would be a death drop if I push him, right? Gale's probably the least athletic. Actually, is push a bonus action? It is. If I topple him and then push him, does it like guarantee it? Let me just see what my push chances are. because then I can do dash with his normal action, which we're going to need to get him back. Shove. Okay, only 45, but that'll one-shot. Just try it. Yeah. He's dead. Yeah. Okay, it says that that enemy perished in a chasm. So Gale did successfully shove the troll off the cliff into his death. And now he can run back to the fight with the dash. Certainly, Gale. Certainly. Okay, a little bit of movement left. I can go like here. Yeah. Alright, he's getting there.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Curse. Time to take out Crusher, who Astarion missed the sneak attack on, which is just dumb. So what do we want Kurz doing? And what is Lay on Hands? Because I have 4 of them. That's just healing. Blessed Touch. Okay, we don't need healing yet. The Channel Oath, I only have 1. What does that do? Holy Rebuke. Grant an ally a vengeful aura that deals 1 to 4 radiant damage to anyone who hits them with a melee attack. That's pretty good, but it's not like... You know, considering the Oath only has 1 charge, it seems like it should be some sort of ultimate. So spell slots are really the best. We've already used 1. I don't know. We want. I guess we can just drop everything on this fight. We'll probably take a short rest after it. I mean, there's still a ton of enemies. It's gonna take me at least another half an hour real time to kill all these guys if we even survive. And if we don't survive, we're screwed because this is already on Explorer difficulty. I don't know. I guess we'll drop the spells. Divine Smite. Well, these enemies are weaker, but this is the tougher one right here, so... Oh, we have the Thunderous Smite as well. I have all the smites. All the smites in the book. Turn the Unholy. Sanctuary. Protection from evil and good. He's got a lot of defensive stuff, too. Sacred Weapon. My controller's being a bit weird. I might have a little bit of stick drift, I think, on this joystick. Okay. So with this Thunderous Smite, could I knock the enemy into other enemies? Well, if anything, if he somehow doesn't die, I can actually knock him into the Moonbeam. So I think I want to do that. At this direction, though, he should go into it. He should hit this rock and go into it. I think this game has somewhat realistic physics, so let's get a Thunderous Smite. Push the target 3 meters away, and possibly knock him prone. Also, this should do enough damage to one-shot him. Thunderous Smite. Yeah, he just died. Alright, cool. Okay, got some loot. Now, Kerr still has movement. I don't really want to put him through the Moonbeam, though, because he can take damage from that, right? What if I make him loot this guy? Okay, he's not in the Moonbeam. Yeah, the Moonbeam lasts a long time, I think, and Kurz is going to take damage if he goes through it. I don't know how much it is. I'm thinking I'm going to make my characters take this bridge and go, or this ladder, go around. Kurz is kind of like the tank. He's the tough guy here, but I don't want to make him take extra damage from the Moonbeam. So I think we'll make him go around like Rex and take the ladder.
Don't waste a step.
He doesn't have enough movement to use the ladder. Alright, it's fine. He's right there. He better not be in the way for Rex. There we go. An enemy died by walking into the moonbeam. That feels like getting a kill with a claymore in Rainbow Six Siege. Dead adventurer. This guy wasn't a part of the fight, right? We know there is a human involved. Last time we were out here and I had all my guys escape, I don't remember seeing him. But back when we were out front, I remember seeing him and he turned on us. Because the ogre was here guarding this door. That's where we entered. All the goblins were everywhere. And that human guy, I don't know, he might have left actually. He either like despawned or left. But he was partying with the goblins and he decided to attack us with them. Even though I saved his life. Ungrateful he is. Okay, we got this one guy who's got 2 health. Astarion can do like an offhand here and take him out. This guy's got 2 health left, so... yeah, just give him a nice little shank. Take the loot. Get out of here. Cannot reach. Is it because Curse is in the way? Because if so, that is... yeah. God damn it. This guy can't move anymore. It's not his turn. And he's in the way. He's in the way of the ladder. Okay, Astarion, you're gonna stay in front of the moonbeam. I'm not gonna send you through it, because I'm watching it decimate all these trolls, or these goblins. How about you open this pile of bones? Can loot this enemy, right? Already been looted. Okay, you can do ranged attacks through this to those guys. You have your normal action. So, can we do a ranged sneak attack on any of these guys? I mean, I feel like you should kind of be hidden with a moonbeam in the way. That'd be hard to see through, right? It doesn't have advantage on them. That's fine. You do your normal ranged attack. Okay, these guys are both 4 healthers. Yeah, that guy's dead. Alright, still has movement, but I'm not gonna put him through the moonbeam. The only thing with the moonbeam is I don't think it's gonna go away. I think it said it lasts like 20 turns or something, which means it's gonna be here the whole fight. Which means either all my characters need to take the ladder, or they need to go through the moonbeam that Rex made and took damage from it. So far it's only helped though. It's getting in the way a little bit, but I haven't killed any of my own people with it yet. I've killed many enemies with it. Alright, Astarion's done. We still have a bunch more goblins. They're just... I don't know, these ones are slacking. They're doing blessings and whatever else. So can Rex also not take the ladder? Yeah, it's because of the stupid curves. Can you jump up there? It's too high. Maybe if I transform him, but I'm not gonna bother. We can open this. What's in it? Bottles. Yeah, I need to get to someone where I can sell stuff too, because I have so much loot I don't even know what to do with. Alright, Rex is gonna do ranged attacks, so we'll move him here. We've got 1 enemy here. That's it. Okay, just do your normal ranged attack. There we go. Just enough to kill him. Okay, so Rex still has a bonus action. Is there a bonus action that could kind of just like get him through the moonbeam? Am I able to cancel the moonbeam? Because I know you can reactivate moonbeam to change its location. Is 10 turns how long it lasts, or its cooldown? I feel like that's the cooldown. But it hasn't been 10 turns yet, has it? Um, yeah, I don't know what to use the bonus action on. You know, I have a lot of ways of healing, so let's just find out. Let's test this now. How much damage does it do? It does extra damage if you start your turn in the moonbeam, so just passing through it is minimal damage. It's still going to be some. But Rex is full. I mean, we're fine. Let's do a jump. Maybe he can jump through it. Just jump like right here. Oh god, that did a lot of what? It did like 16 damage. He's concentrated on the moonbeam, which lasts for 9 turns. I don't know how to take that off, so that means 9 more turns it's going to be there. Okay, he took 16 damage from his own moonbeam, so I'm not sending any of my other characters through there. So that was a terrible idea. At least Kurz can finally get out of the way of the ladder. Okay, so now Rex is we're just gonna send him in, you know? Send him in. The rest of these goblins we're gonna have to seek out. All the ones that charged us got killed by the moonbeam. Actually, these guys we have to go after. Missile snaring? Yeah, do that. Alright, Gale, time for you to finally get into combat here. So Gale can't get up the ladder because of Kurz. I don't even know if he can make it there. He can go over to where Astarion is. I don't even have enough movement. The farthest I can move Gale is here. And is there any sort of ranged attack that Gale could do that could go all the way over here? Because he does have some stuff that seems to have like no range or like super long range, but like a cloud of daggers, would this work? Yeah, actually his radius for that is huge. Oh no, never mind. It's saying not enough movement. This is within his range. So I can do the cloud of daggers here, but I can't do it here. It doesn't matter, it's only one enemy. That's good for a group or something big. Magic missile. Sleep. So I can select targets up to a combined 24 hit points. Can he do that at any range? Target is out of sight, so he has to be within sight to do most of this crap, I guess. Mage Hand. Not enough space. Jeez, Gale really can't do anything, bro. Bone Chill. Crown of Madness. Not enough movement. So yeah, he's got to be able to see or touch all these things. His minor illusion only summons like a cat. It's really useless. Gale can't do crap, but I don't want him taking damage from this, so I guess just dash. And get closer to the ladder, because you'll go up there next. After Kurz does. Really dumb.
Blood comes easy these days.
Alright, Kurz. Time for you to finally get out of the way of the ladder. Holy. So I can have him jump, and that'll be less movement than going down this ladder, right? I also need someone up here, though, to kill this guy. But he is super far. We're better off taking him out with a projectile on someone else. Alright, do your jump. Oh, I lose health on that because it's too low. Well, I don't want him in the moonbeam, so... Okay, he can jump here. Because if I do below the stairs, he loses HP, but not here. right there is good. There you go. Very athletic. Alright. So yeah, we got a bunch of enemies this way. Which you can't really get there. Could do dash. Do I have any ranged attacks on Kurz at all?
Need to find a way forward.
I don't even think I have a bow equipped on him, and that would take an action anyways. I don't think he has any sort of ranged attack. Piercing strike. So to be clear, this is a spear, not a javelin, right? He can't throw it. Holy Rebuke. Yeah, I don't think he has anything ranged at all. His only ranged stuff are like spells, like holy spells, defensive or supportive stuff. I guess I could do this just to do his action, and then he doesn't have his oath charge, but this gives him a sacred weapon, which could be kind of sick. I don't know if we need that though. Most of these enemies are like one-shottable anyways. I don't really need to be enhancing damage. God, I don't know what to do. Could do the Holy Rebuke, which goes on someone else. He basically can't do anything, so we're gonna do dash and just get him close. With dash, Kurz can go all the way here. Right in between all the enemies, which we want, because he's the tank. Alright. My phone's gonna die soon. I think I've been live for like an hour now. I have. So I'll end the stream after we do this fight, which might still have a while to it, I don't know. There's still so many goblins, just look at the top of the screen. Shows you the whole roster. Okay, Starian can get up the ladder. That moonbeam is just not gonna go away. What do you mean he doesn't have enough movement? How does this... Oh my god, bro. You don't have enough movement for this? Bro.
Keep guessing.
Oh, I can't even do the jump with him now. Oh, he can't even get up here, I just realized. Yeah, you actually can't get over here unless you jump. Oh, God, I should have done his normal dash. Why did I do the bonus one? Because you can't do a jump with a normal action. Right? And even though he has all the movement in the world, I can't get him to go up here or down here. Because it only wants him to move through this. Well, he better be able to do a melee shot from here, because he's sitting here until his next turn, until he can jump. He's not going through the moonbeam. We've made that clear. Let's try the ranged sneak attack. Can you hit this guy? No. Oh my god, the path is interrupted too? What? It's that pillar. I think if I move him, like, here, he might be able to do that, but he doesn't have advantage anyway, so it has to be a normal ranged attack. There. Sharp Eye Breg. Go ahead and one-shot him. You missed. Okay, Astarion obviously sucks at the bow and arrow. Alright. Rex is going to join Kurz, which, why aren't these guys attacking Kurz? They're attacking my weaker dudes. Okay, Rex can just get over there now, so... suppose we will. Most of his better stuff is here, I think. Could move the moonbeam. But is that going to be that helpful? Like, I could put it here, but then that blocks Curse from moving this way, which we have even more enemies in this direction. So I don't know if we want to move the moonbeam. I could put it here if it lets me, just to kill this guy. Or here to kill this warg, which has a lot of health. He's kind of trapped. Let me try moving the moonbeam. This is just a normal action. Move moonbeam. So if I move it here, it'll hit the warg. Oh, he's too far. Oh, I can actually put it right there, which will hit the warg. Or I can put it here, which will probably kill this guy. Yeah, I think we'd rather just kill this dude. Well, he's also like super low on health, and I can just take him out with a normal ranged attack as long as we don't miss. The warg's got a lot of health, and this will get him nice and low. Also, he might get double hit by this, because I think he's stuck there. Yeah, just move it. Okay, it only did like 5 damage, but he takes damage at beginning of turn, plus he has to go through it, so... Yeah, I think we're going to do significant radiant damage to the warg there. That was a normal action, so... Bonus action. A jump. Okay, oh yeah, we're out of stuff. I forgot. I was gonna do like a offhand attack or something, but we can't. Yeah, just go here. Get up in there, you know? Gotta get right in. Right in front of the enemies. Okay, there's definitely less of them. There's definitely... I think we've killed more than half of these enemies by now. Luckily, because they all spawned down below, I was able to kind of bring them in slowly and take out these guys, not one by one, but in groups. Instead of fighting them all at once, like it would have been had we started up here. Okay, Gale's the last one to go. And honestly, he can just go this way now. Be better than taking the ladder. Alright, Gale. Let's do your dash. They can just normally walk through that, right? So I don't need to make him go around this way. He can just go here.
On my way.
Gale has the most useless bonus actions. He doesn't have anything. This does nothing. It spawns a cat that doesn't even distract enemies. It provides 0 use. Except for there literally just being a fake cat there. And if one enemy just acknowledges that it's an illusion, then it just disappears anyways. Plus, even when nobody notices that it's an illusion, and everybody thinks it's a real cat, none of them attack the cat anyway. Like, it's not like it taunts the enemies or anything. It's so useless that it's almost like not even funny. I wonder if there's a way for me to like delete that move from Gale and replace it with something else, because like there's nothing else he can do most of the time for his bonus action. He does not have any good bonus action moves at all. Just a useless cat. Okay, the warg hit the moonbeam again. Did it do more? Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, so this moonbeam got 11 damage on the warg. That's not bad. Alright, Curse, time for you to start doing some paladin stuff. These guys are all weak, right? This one's been blessed. I don't know what that does. These guys are all like super weak though. Let's just do like main hand attacks. Yeah, just normal attacks. Don't need to waste special energy. Alright, this one's blessed. What sort of bonus action can he do? So it takes a spell slot. This is just a bonus action. Divine Sense. Gain advantage on attack rolls against Celestials, Fiends, and Undead. It's very specific. Sanctuary. Yeah, these all take spell slots. Shove. Could make him jump. We want him to stay within melee range though, so... Armor class by 2. I guess we could do this. Sure. Who wants the Shield of Faith? Who's dying? Honestly, just give it to himself. Give yourself the Shield of Faith, Kurz. There we go, Shield of Faith. So now his armor is even stronger, and Paladins are heavy armor class, right? I hope so. I need more people to wear heavy armor. Even Lae'zel's wearing like medium, right? And everyone else is wearing light. Pretty sure. Well, I think Rex is wearing medium as a druid. Lae'zel might be heavy, but then like everyone else is wearing light armor. Like, no one's wearing like heavies or even medium. Okay, I'm just gonna move Kurz like here, but this slightly hinders movement, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's this bard guy. This guy is non-hostile, but yeah, I don't know about that other human. I don't know where he went. Alright, just move Kurz like here, and then he's done, I guess. Still a bunch more goblins. Missile snaring for Rex, sure. Alright, Astarion, you better take your shot this time. You better not miss this. I need him to jump after with bonus action, so your main action is going to be a ranged attack. Can't do the sneak, it's fine. Oh my god, bro, you left this guy with 1 health. You left him with 1 health. Starion's gonna have to jump the same way that, like, Rex or Kurz did. I think it was Kurz. Had him jump, like, here. And then... I don't know, I can't move very far. This goblin's got 1 health, so I'll probably still have a Starion kill him, just to finish him off. Maybe Gale. If Gale's got like a weak ranged attack. Firebolt, maybe. I don't know. Why wasn't that guy going after Rex? The whole reason why I left him there was that Rex could melee him. Devote Mezca. Honestly, I only want my characters moving forward, so I'll have Gale deal with that guy, I guess. Rex can kill this one. Just, offhand melee should be good enough. They, like 4 health. And what does the bless do? This should be a one-shot. Yeah, get knifed. Get knifed. Alright, we still have movement. I can actually get close enough to do a main hand on this guy. Or perhaps Thunder Wave. Rex doesn't have that many like amazing single target attacks. The Thunder Wave, if I do this, that'll knock that enemy, but I don't know if it'll like even hit this guy or what. I don't think this game really works like that. What is Upcast? I put that to a level 1, and this is level 2. Okay, yeah, no, we're just gonna do a normal main hands attack. Which he has enough movement.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Damn. Wait, why did that... He had some sort of buff. It said he had an intelligence buff or something. What was that from? It did a ton of damage because this guy had some sort of shield or something on, so... That was... pretty powerful. I don't know what it was from, though. Oh, Archer missed. Missile snaring again. Alright, Gale can just, like... Well, his melees don't really do anything. You're better off doing a ranged attack on this guy. Magic missiles. 100%. Is that enough damage to kill him? 6 to 15, is that for all 3 missiles? So that means they're 3 to 5 damage each? No, that means they're 2 to 5 damage each. It's 3 projectiles, and they're guaranteed to hit. So even at point blank like this, these magic missiles will land. But if each of them only does 2 damage and that's 6, and this enemy's got 9, that would suck. I'm gonna use it on this guy and hope that it kills him at level 1. Magic missile 1. And if it's 6 to 15 per projectile, then this move is actually amazing. That means at level 2, Gale could probably do 50 damage plus with this on one enemy, which is mental. Let's just use it on this guy. This is a test. Magic missiles. Oh my god, you can select separate targets for all 3 missiles too. That makes it even better, bro. So can I send like 2 of them on this guy? And put the 3rd one like on this guy? I can, bro. Oh my god. What? Is Magic Missile not available on anyone else? Is this wizard only? This is now the best spell in the game. I'm pretty sure each one individually does 6 to 15 damage as well, which is actually insane. They're guaranteed to hit, so no missing, which my characters miss everything in this game. Insane range. And, not only is it guaranteed to hit, but like it's homing, so I can go through obstacles. And all 3 of them can be directed at different targets. This is just like this is Gale's ultimate, but this is just like a normal level 1 spell. Holy. Yeah. Damn. Wait, how did the warg die? Somehow Gale just killed 3 birds with 1 stone. I don't even know. Okay, this guy, I put 2 of them to him. So maybe even one of them could have one-shot there. If it's 6 to 15, he had 9 health. I gave this guy 2. And then I sent 1 over to that guy who was left with 1 health. So he died. The one that was in front died. And somehow the warg died too. I don't know how. Maybe one of those goblins was its master or something, and if you kill the master of the warg, it just dies. Or it was the warg's turn, so it was beginning of turn, but it died in the moonbeam. That's what I think. I think it would have been... Actually, no, because it's still Gale's... I never ended Gale's turn, so... Somehow, those magic missiles also ended up killing the warg. Crazy. Alright, he's got his bonus, so we can jump. And, just, I don't know, get closer to these guys, I guess. There's, like, no enemies left on this other side, so... It's all just open here. A little bit of movement. We have, like, 1 meter. There you go. 1 meter. I'm not gonna bother, doing anything with the bard until after we've killed all the goblins. Which, this guy isn't a goblin, by the way. It says Bauek Nook. That's his name, I guess. What are these guys? Are these guys supposed to be like full orcs? Are orcs supposed to be hairy in D&D? Because this guy just looks like a hairy orc. The half orcs look more like normal fantasy orcs. They could have green skin and stuff, but they don't have hair. This guy's hairy. I don't know if he's just like a big goblin. Is he a troll? Like what is this guy? I've seen them before. He's not an ogre, but he's more like normal size, I think. Also, what is this? Owlbear cub. Where did this come from? This isn't even hostile right now, but I think it's going to be an enemy. Anyway, this guy is somewhat normal sized. You can see with Gale's ghost there, he's just slightly larger than Gale. And then there's like 2 goblins here, and that's it. I think we're basically done with this fortress. We've almost killed everything. Alright.
Now.
Kurz. So, Kurz needs to get something done. Oh yeah, we're in the mud. Okay, so mud is doubling the movement cost. I thought it was red if it's doubled. But no. Yellow means difficult terrain, so doubled. Red means you just can't move anymore at all. Alright. So Kurz can move, we just can't really get close to anything. I might need to dash with him. Oh, we could do jump. Jump is also good for getting out of that, right? Yeah. Jumping is good for getting out of difficult terrain. I should get close enough to melee here. We'll see. Yeah, he's still got quite a bit of movement. Okay. So we'll go with a main hand attack on this guy who's already damaged from Rex. There you go. You got more movement too. I can move towards this guy, I guess. I suppose.
Another step forward.
Alright. There's one more goblin up top. Actually, there's somebody else up on the very top as well. Okay, few enemies left. We're almost done. So there's going to be some stuff to look around and see here after we've killed everything. I'm going to do that next stream, I guess. So tonight we're going to focus just on the combat. We're going to finish this entire fight. We're going to kill everything that moves. Paint the place in blood. And then next stream we'll actually do the looting and the exploring and the, you know, the what comes next. The aftercare. After party. Okay. Astarion can just snipe this enemy. He might have advantage against them, so the sneak attack. Nope, he doesn't have advantage somehow. What do we want to do? Gil's going this way. We got one goblin left here. We've got this guy who hasn't really been doing anything. The owlbear, I don't even know if it'll be hostile. And there's one other enemy like up here who's also not doing anything. Booyag Piddle. Yeah, I don't know. He's just not even interacting right now. Okay. So do I want to snipe this enemy? I want Astarion over this way probably, so... Yeah, just snipe him with the ranged attack, I guess. Miss, of course. I don't have enough movement now to melee him. Awesome. That's great. Alright, give him his cunning dash. He's just gonna go this way. Like, now with that, he has enough movement to get to this guy, but he can't attack him anymore, which he would have been able to with the bonus action on the offhand melee, so... We can go 18 meters. I don't know why stairs in this game. Really screw up the movement. Okay, he can go right there. There you go. Good job. I mean, that's like the third time this fight that Astarians missed a ranged attack. Also, that orc guy just threw a projectile. Okay, I'm gonna let Kurz deal with this one. So Rex is gonna head over and start trying to kill this dude. Could actually move the moonbeam onto him, maybe. I don't know about bonus action, but let's move the moonbeam right onto this guy. Right in front of him. Oh my god. Are these guys weak to radiance? Or is that like a critical? Just moving the moonbeam onto him did 18 damage? Wow. I one-shotted a semi-large enemy by just moving the moonbeam onto him. Okay, well I'll let Rex get over there just to loot his corpse, I guess. I don't know. I don't have movement. Well, I can jump. And then we should have enough. Maybe not. You can jump onto this thing, or you can jump from it, right? It's saying not enough movement. How do you not have enough movement to do that? It's because it's trying to get him to go a great distance or whatever. Okay, jump like here, and then you still have a bunch of movement. Yeah, loot the corpse. There you go. Alright, who's left at this point? There's the one guy right here. So there's the one guy at the top of this tower, which I don't think we can get to. So he has to come down. This enemy here might be like the last one actually for this combat. Because the other guy's so high up that I don't think he's in the combat, and this owlbear is non-hostile, so... I'll get Gale to do like a... He doesn't have the firebolt? Oh yeah, he does. Like a firebolt on this guy. 3 damage. 3. 3 damage is crazy. Gale. Just go here.
Another fight. Let's go.
Alright, Kurz is just gonna one-shot this guy now. Oh my god, bro. This enemy is sluggardly, and you still missed? Kurz doesn't have any good bonus actions either. I wish shoving an enemy could actually do some sort of damage. Because with Kurz's athletics, he has a 90% chance to shove this goblin, but it's not going to do anything because there's nowhere for him to fall. It literally just doesn't do anything. It should do at least 1 damage. Like, I can take 4 damage from jumping from a distance that's too high, but an enemy won't even take 1 damage when I shove them onto their back. Oh yeah, this archer, I forgot about her. Her and that other goblin have to be like the last 2 enemies that are in combat right now. Okay, Astarion probably doesn't have advantage. Yeah, no. His path is interrupted too. Alright, enemy is like right there, so move here. We need to take this enemy out. Ranged attack probably does more than the firebolt. The firebolt really sucks. It is really basic thing to do, I guess. Ranged attack. There you go. Finally, you land a snipe. All right, you're joining these guys.
Never a dull moment.
Rex. I think this is the last enemy in combat. The guy up top isn't doing anything, so... Like... I think Rex probably has enough movement to get to this enemy. Probably, if I do a jump. Yeah, I can have him jump from here again. Let's just do that. Main hand attack on this guy.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
There we go.
During our walks together, aren't you, Dane? Sure.
It's combat ended.
Silence.
Okay, so we successfully and finally finished this this fortress that is just filled to the brim with goblins. So we've had multiple run-ins with this particular fight, which I've been trying to avoid for a long time. Tonight we finally just did it. So there's only one enemy left here. There's that goblin that's up top, but I guess he's so high up on that tower that he doesn't even... He's given up. He's not bothering to fight us here. So I'm gonna save the game here. We are gonna continue with this next stream. We're gonna see what's happening at this fortress, or whatever this place is. I think it's actually supposed to be some sort of temple. I'll try to do a little recap here on what I think is going on lore-wise. Or just gameplay-wise, too. Let me just save first. Go over my last autosave here. Save successful. Okay, so basically we're at some sort of temple. I believe there was a goblin priestess here who could have maybe helped us with the parasites. And there's also some goblin who's locked up back at the tiefling camp or whatever, and I said that I would free her because she told me where the priestess is or whatever. Anyways, we ended up killing everybody that was inside. I didn't really have the choice to spare the priestess or whatever. The combat just kind of happened because I made my characters, try like intimidating their way in or whatever, and it didn't work out. It turned into a fight. So we killed everyone, and then when I finally tried leaving and coming outside, there was this, all the enemies were out here. All these goblins, that ogre, and even this one human dude that I saved. They all just became hostile immediately. So there was just no option to avoid the combat, except for going back in and finding another way out, which we did. So I spent like another whole stream or two inside the fortress. We finally left somewhat recently. We found an alternate exit, and I realized that the alternate exit just brought us back to the same fight. It brought us back to the same main like courtyard where all these enemies are. So then I had all of my characters escape by having them just get as far away as possible, and they were able to leave combat and go to camp. And that was 2 weeks ago. So last week I didn't stream this game because that was the first day of my vacation that I've been on for the last week. And now tonight we're finally back to Baldur's Gate 3. We continued where we left off. I had my characters leave camp, and what do you know, it spawns them back at this place. So yeah, this one particular area, whatever it's called, we've had several run-ins with it, and now it's finally done. It's finally cleared. We killed all the enemies. Also, before I forget, I actually want to put the difficulty back to balanced. Honestly, that fight actually seemed a lot easier than I was thinking. We maybe could have handled that on balanced. I don't know, because I put it back down to Explorer just for this fight because there's so many enemies, but I think we could have handled that on balance. All of my characters took damage and all got about halfway. But yeah, like, Explorer literally doubles their health, so... It also gives the enemies more health, though, too, when you're unbalanced, so maybe not. I don't know. Hard to tell if I would have survived that unbalanced or not. Either way, we're putting it back on balanced now, and I hope to keep it that way for the rest of the game. Hopefully. I better resave. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I guess you guys enjoy Baldur's Gate, because the stream got pretty good views tonight. Like, we have concurrently 6 people watching right now. No one's really chatted except for Cobra, who was here for the first portion of the stream. But yeah, I've been playing this for like almost 2 hours now. It's 6. I think I started at like just after 4. I don't know. It's 6 a.m. now. I need to go to sleep. I'm also hungry though, so I'm gonna eat something. But yeah, other than that, successful stream, I guess. Even though we didn't get much done, we actually kind of got a lot done. Because we did this big fight that I thought was impossible the first time we saw it. And it's something that's just been present in this game for a very long time. Now it's finally over. All these enemies are dead. And yeah, we'll deal with the aftermath next week. Next week I should be streaming again. We're almost at 20 hours in this game now. Almost there. Alright, well that's it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream on Baldur's Gate 3. And I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.